Southern California has a new modern home for NFL football, and it is this place, wondrous SoFi Stadium here in Inglewood.
Straight ahead, it's a matchup of unbeatens between the Green Bay Packers and the Los Angeles Chargers. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9?
Well, this is going to be returned from middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
Play action, it's Rodgers. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And that's caught inside the 30.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. Even later into his career now, there aren't too many guys that can launch it downfield with accuracy better than Aaron Rodgers.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. To throw, it's Rodgers.
On the out route, Dobbs brings it in. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
Well, it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do in that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. On 2nd down, it's Jones. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Now it's Rodgers.
Slant route, he's got Dobbs.
Touchdown!
Romeo Dobbs.
His 6th touchdown of the season.
And the Packers are on the board first here this afternoon. And Johnson's extra point up and good.
And it's now a 7-0 game.
Here's Johnson set and ready to kick this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
19-yard line.
Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10.
At their own 19-yard line. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A good pickup there, a 22.
Defense gives up a touchdown the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. On 1st down, Justin Herbert. That's complete to Austin Eckler, the running back. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
Working with a 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. He'll find Everett there, complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. And that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10, down at the 31. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Herbert throwing again.
He'll go right back to St. Brown. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. So this game of ours, Charles, you know, the talk of the NFL world all week, 2 unbeaten teams. You rarely see such a matchup this deep into a season.
I would agree with that because normally you might get one team undefeated for a while, but 2 teams like this, and I remember in preseason you looked at schedules and said, I think these 2 are on a collision course. It'd be interesting to see if they actually get there, and they did. And to me, the winner of this game has to wear the crown of Super Bowl favorite.
Throws left side, complete to Keenan Allen. That one good for 7 as this long drive continues and the chains move again.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Herbert operating from the red zone. Steps away. Got a man. It's Allen for the Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, a 15-yard touchdown grab.
And the Chargers are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
And you figure this should be a healthy, arrested, a focused unit, and they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week. This is really a team, Charles, that should be in top 4.
I would agree absolutely with that. What coaches worry about, what organizations worry about, though, is overconfidence. They've been playing so well, and now they've had that extra time off. And we've seen teams come back off the open week and come out flat. So what a lot of good coaches do is they kind of game plan for that with their teams. On defense, they may blitz more in the beginning to get them going. On offense, they may go more up-tempo. Anything to get them out of that lethargy right at the beginning.
Joey Bosa racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3-and-out and giving the ball back to their offense?
This is fielded at the 27. Left side. Touchdown, Allen. It returns that punt 73 yards.
And the Chargers have moved out in front.
Hey, rookie, that's the way to make an impression. Return one for a touchdown.
Yeah, welcome to the party. We saw him fielding those punts before the game, and he just had a little bit of a look in his eye, didn't he?
He did. He was a confident young man, and now we know why.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
And this ball game, clearly the game of the year so far. It's not very often that you find two unbeaten teams playing each other this late in the season, but that's what we have here, two heavyweights in the NFL.
You're right about that, and you think about recent memories of, let's take a little ginkgo right now and go down memory lane, right? 2007, 7-0 Colts, 8-0 Patriots. The Pats won 24-20. Ended up going 16-0 in the regular season before they lost in the Super Bowl against the Giants. How about 2015? 6-0 Broncos, 6-0 Packers. Denver won 29-10. And in 2020, Steelers and Titans were both 5-0. Pittsburgh won that one.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one good for 26 and a first down.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. There to make the tackle, Khalil Mack.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, it's Rodgers. It's caught outright by Graham.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
Let's not quibble about the game there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Throwing now is Rodgers. He is going to find Hill here.
And he is going to have the Packers' first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they were right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Now Rodgers. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Joey Bosa. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
He's NFL sack leader coming into the game, and now that's 2 more than he's added to his total.
He wants some separation from spot 1 and 2 in that sack category. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. In motion, Hill. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. There goes a deep ball, end zone, and that is incomplete. Oh, he had it and dropped it. That is an unforced error there that takes away what could have been a touchdown.
I'm not quite sure how he wasn't able to hold on to that one in the end zone. A great opportunity lost, but a lot of relief for the defensive guys. When they get into film next week, they're going to want to know what happened. Where was the breakdown that almost allowed a touchdown?
On now is the Packers punter. Remember, his first attempt was returned for a touchdown. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going.
And they, as mentioned, unbeaten to this point in the year, but you think this game, their toughest test yet.
I absolutely do, because to me, this is a good measuring stick game because they've been able to take advantage of the schedule. But here, this is another team leading its division with an eye on making a Super Bowl run, so this game is crucial.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Herbert jet sweep as he taps it forward.
And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. Throwing on 2nd and 8.
Herbert. He dumps it to Eckler underneath.
Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Dancing to his left. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or 2 short.
Blake Gillikin on to punt now on 4th down.
And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. With this slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
That's out to Hill, right side complete.
And he will have a 1st down as they're into field goal range now at the 30.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted.
Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And the Chargers are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going.
And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert.
He's going to try and go deep again. He's got a man, complete.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets all the way down inside the 20-yard line.
And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. And his kick is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
A final shot before half for Rodgers. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Charger drive about to get going. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Play action. It's Herbert. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Rashawn Gary able to get him down for a loss of 11, and it brings up fourth down. So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. Take it in at the 22. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for the second half.
Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. Oh, he's got a little daylight. 25. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Packers are back within a score. And Johnson's extra point up and good. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. Here's Johnson set and ready to kick this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. Forced out to his left. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Herbert. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands. And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple, because we don't just make adjustments at halftime. If you're a good football team, you spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. And he's got some space here. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A gain there of 30 big ones. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. On the counter, here's Jones. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
On 2nd and 9, Rodgers looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hill. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down.
I love the drive they're working on here, because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They've moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively, but they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. This is caught, and he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a 1st down again. Completed out left to Dobbs. Only a yard on the completion. It's 2nd and goal.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage, because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And now Rodgers not pleased with the setup. He's going to take a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. He stopped right at about the line of scrimmage. This Charger defense continuing to hold the line. Now it's a 3rd and goal situation. Here's Rodgers throwing quickly to the flat. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Out for the PAT. Here's Johnson. It's up and good to make it 21-17.
The score, Packers 21.
Here's Johnson set and ready to kick this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
The Charger drive about to get going. They had that lead, looked pretty comfortable in the first half, maybe got a little bit overconfident because that's gone now.
Almost takes us back to being kids, doesn't it?
He's got a man, complete. And he will finally be taken down, but how about that play? It's a big one on the final act of the third quarter. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Herbert. And that'll be caught. It's St. Brown. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark it down at the 9. That one good for 17 yards. And now they've got it 1st and goal. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Buying time to his left. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Chargers answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a fourth-quarter lead. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that gives them a 3-point lead. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. Rodgers now on 1st down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. To throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers, and going deep for Hill. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
The offense schemed, going 5 wide, trying to create a chance for the big shot, and they took it. If he comes down with that one, that's a huge offensive swing. But credit the defense with a nice play, knocking that one away.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. On play action, it's Rodgers. And going deep for Hill. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. On now is the Packers punter, as he'll come on to kick this one away. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. Fielded just inside the 20. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. Out to his left. He finds his target, Allen. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. It's a gain of 34.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
Running on 1st down, Eckler. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. faked the handoff. Now Herbert being chased out left. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is third and long. Herbert now. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 14. They give him 27 yards on the third down conversion.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Now that'll be caught by St. Brown. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that will bring up second down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
4 yards to go on second down from the 7.
So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And now it's 3rd and 4.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
On third down, here's Eckler. And he's going to be a yard short. Needed 4, but got 3.
If you're looking for glory, looking to get your name in the headlines, you do not want to play nose tackle. But how about what we just saw there? The ability to hold people up, take on extra blocks, and actually slip them and make a tackle on that play. That's big time.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They're looking at a 4th down now as they try to hold on to this lead for dear life. They'll run for it with Eckler. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside.
Herbert takes it and just pops it forward.
And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ballgame. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Now it's Herbert. Touchdown, Chargers! He scored on the ground and through the air.
And the Chargers get an important score there to extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, two-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
He's got a man, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
Meanwhile, Rodgers' throw pulled in by Melton.
Whether it's a touchdown or a field goal, whatever it is, they need to score quickly here on first down. That's going to be caught. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
A higher scoring game, Charles, than we typically see in the National Football League. But fun to watch these offenses. They were really clicking. It seemed like everything that they dialed up worked.
Yeah, it certainly was fun to watch from our perspective. How'd you like to be those defensive coaches, though? That wasn't a blast for them at all. And let's face it, they all game plan, they all scout, they all think they're prepared. But executing and stopping teams, that's another matter entirely.